his side is always prepared. Even though there's the grumpiest of bears, this bear is always cool in his chair. Till the end it screams, always beware. Cause he coming after you, in hopes you'll be there. To hope you'll have a good day, a good night, and as always have a good life. Much love. Good night, good night, good night. Good night. Much love. Have a good night. Good life. Grumpy Bear has always been there, even when life isn't fair, even when no one is there. He's thinking of you with love and care.
Okay, for those who are here, we do this podcast every Friday at 5 o'clock Central Time. Is me, Grumpiest the Bears, and Corvo Ninja, with a disembodied self that Jade in the background. Sorry if my energy's a little down today. I found it's kind of getting to me, I guess, a little bit. One of my longtime viewers passed away a couple nights ago, and it's kind of gotten to me, you know, fleeting life, how quick it can go and come, and it's still saddened. I don't care how little time I know you, it will still sadden me if I ever knew you at any point, that knowing that you will no longer be in my life in any facet. So just, if you imagine if this how it makes me feel, imagine when one of my big friends like Corvo ever passes away. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Listen, I'm gonna hold. Stop right there. I'm gonna help you. Even if I die, bitch, don't be sad. I'm gonna haunt you.
Me, not something. There. Me.
I'm gonna haunt the both of y'all. I've given you shit, so part of me is at your house.
Yeah, it's part of your spirit.
The rest of my shit is here. So I'm gonna haunt both of y'all. You're gonna be sitting there being all dumpy and down one day, and your fucking printer's just gonna cut on and start printing shit, and you be like, motherfucker.
I didn't pay for that print, damn it. But yeah, it is a sobering and solace things. You never really think about it too, kind of creeps up on you. But hope everybody's week is doing good. Everybody's doing well, taking care of each other, not freaking out, and not getting on any planes or helicopters. Let's not do that anytime soon. Now I'm worried about getting on a freaking plane, flying over to Orlando just for my next field trip or vacation.
Are you talking about the helicopter and the plane incident?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Okay, so I'm going to help you with something. Don't freak out about that. We can't talk about it on podcast, but I know shit that wasn't in the news.
Oh boy, there's I've seen all the conspiracy theories too. It's like shit.
This comes directly from people
that's worked in the field, right?
Well, not just worked in the field. Some of them were actually at the facility.
Wow, that's wild. Okay, well, we can't talk about that. That'd be a big hit online.
I got something for you.
All right, what should we got? Oh my god, you actually got it?
Yeah.
That looks so goofy, but I love it.
Wait, I don't want to hear it because you, sir, whenever you get it, you will be able to have a fully posable version.
I just want to put that on my anime figurines in the back. It just
you can take it off of here and do that.
La. People are like, oh, naked Barbie. You know, the other day I actually saw people are selling. I told my brother about this yesterday. And I want to get your thoughts on it. They're trying to sell figurines now, like figurines back there, but they're mobile figurines, and you put them inside of a box, and it has like a 3D. It makes it a 3D effect, like the figurines alive and moving around inside of it, but they're all on phones. So in order to do it, you have to have a bunch of phones inside of boxes and inside your display cases. I'm like, I don't want a bunch of phones in my display case. I'm gonna recharge them every time I want to see my figurine. It sounds cool, like to have like a 3D model of your favorite anime character, figurine moving around. But I don't like the idea of having to recharge them every time. It's like, oh shit, when I get it out, recharge this thing, have like a full array of phones charging up so I can have my figurines behind me again. That was pretty cool though. Like honestly, if they could figure out this way, just have like a little base station and a little screen, I might do that. But
yeah,
have it pluggable.
So I'll send you a video in a minute because she said something about figurines, and Stealthy just reminded me. So she sent me a link. I watched the video.
Yeah,
they are selling Transformers.
Yeah,
that are voice activated that will transform on their own.
Yeah, I saw
talk
them.
to you.
I saw them.
Move and drive around
and interact with
I'm
each other
like,
too.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there looking at them and going, I don't have enough desk space for that
Yeah,
shit.
those things are deluxe. Like, and this kid, like Optimus Prime came first. Then they finally got Decepticon not Optimus Prime, Megatron, and they talk to each other, and you can tell them to roll out and all that stuff like that, and the voice. Yeah, they're pretty cool, but they're expensive. Like $300, $400, $500. I can't remember how much they are. Yeah, that one. And I just going, yeah, only people that have like throwaway money can buy something like that, because that is ridiculous.
Oh, okay. So in about 3 years, you're going to bitch at me because I threw away money. But okay. Anyway.
But can you imagine be like in your office? You have one in your display, and then one just starts goes from his base form, transforms into his optic, and start talking to you from behind because you said something that picked up your voice. Like, damn it, go to sleep. Starts banging on the glass.
It won't make me angry at all.
No, I'd be freaking out.
Let's talk about my anime topic.
Yeah, okay.
So,
LP, you can join this topic if you want to.
This is how it works. Stealthy, you can be a part of it if you want to or not. You've watched a little anime, so you may be able to have a dog in the fight, but no. So the question is psychologists and many other people have realized that what a person watches may not always be accurate, but can give you a glimpse of a person's personality, right?
Yeah.
So the question is, if you're sitting there chilling, talking to this person, what anime could they tell you they watch that would be a red flag to you that this is probably not somebody you need to be hanging out with?
The first one that comes off my head, and this one's this one you might actually like yourself, and I would not judge you for it at all. But when I first watched it, I couldn't help but think, why would anybody like this kind of anime? And it's called When They Cry. And it's about some young girls that one girl just snaps one day, having a bunch of bullies and friends and stuff, and starts killing everybody. Laughing maniacally, is very bloody and gory.
That sounds like my cup of tea.
Yeah, and you think these girls are cute, they're friendly, it's supposed to be one of those nice, wholesome animes. Oh, hell no. It goes from oh to oh shit. And if somebody would watch it and tell me it was awesome or amazing, I think the other one, I think it was Electro, one of my other followers showed me another one, I forget the name of it. But when I saw this one, I could not watch the rest of it because it was so deranged and so psychotic. The person that was writing it was trying to make you feel uncomfortable. Just anything they could to just make you think that everything will turn out to be the best. No, it's like watching a bull in a china shop.
I hate to say it, but there's a market for that, and people you're talking to a person who one of my favorite animes is another. That is not care what nobody says, that anime is not for the faint of heart. That shit takes you places towards the end that
it's all over the place though. Your brain's what's ties, connections. Later you find out.
Ergo Proxy is a mindfuck anime.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, you watch it all the way up to the last 2 episodes thinking you know exactly what the hell is going on, and then you get that aha moment, aha, I was wrong. There's television movies like that. What is it called? What was it called? Pandorum? Dude, let me tell you something. Sci-fi horror-ish movie. It's a great movie, but the last 10 minutes will fuck your brain up.
Okay.
It is literally, you know how usually when you're watching a movie and it kind of has a twist and you don't know what's going on until towards the end, usually it's about 30 minutes before the end, and you kind of figure it out. This one is literally 5 maybe 10 minutes from the end of the movie before you really, really know what's going on. They did a very good job of hiding the actual thing in what was going on.
Okay. All right. But yeah, like stuff like that. Now, there's always those animes with some questionable themes, fan service, whatnot. That you make people, you look at them going, okay, why you like that? But my mindset is if you let your mind think of that in that light or that view, I can't help but question where's your mind at, right? It's like you going to the beach, right? And you see a bunch of people in their bathing suits, right? Everybody's in their bathing suits from all ages. And you don't think anything of it. Not a single problem comes of it. Not a single issue comes in your mind going, okay, this is perverse and this is sexual. But when you see that in anime, people go automatically going, that's perverse and sexual. I'm like, if your mind goes there and thinks about it in that light, I can't help but think, where's your mind at?
Well, on the flip side, I will tell you that it has been proven that whether you actually feel that way or not, sometimes, so like I would never go to a beach and look at certain people and be like, oh yeah, that, you can go there.
Said.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
But you watch cute girls and anime on the beach, you can't help it.
Yeah. It's like we have a connection to that or something.
The side of that is that's actually healthy in a way because it helps release that shit from your normal life.
Yeah.
Said.
So you don't do that shit when you're in real life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, the topic right now is what animes have you seen or heard from friends and allies?
It all comes down to perception.
They're like red flags. I probably shouldn't be hanging out with these people.
Like what make you question what are they into?
Like now, I will tell you, one guy literally said One Piece.
Okay.
If he's hanging out with somebody and they tell him they're a huge One Piece fan, that's a red flag for him. And the reason he said that is to have the patience to watch all of One Piece means that is a cold, calculating, and patient mofo.
Uh-huh.
This bitch could kill you and not think twice about it. And wait for a long time for that perfect moment to do it.
Man,
that was his reasoning.
I guess I dodged a bullet.
I don't feel that way about One Piece, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I will say, if you get on the topic of long animes,
yeah,
there are plenty of long ones out there. You got One Piece, you got Bleach, you got
if you could be friend with
Dragon
an
Ball,
anime
if you
character,
take it in its entirety, not just Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, but if you take the universe in its entirety, it's huge. Naruto is huge.
Yeah.
Those are really, really big animes.
Piccolo, by the way. Somebody asked me if you could be your friends with any anime character, who would you be? Piccolo.
Shit, cool. I want to be Piccolo. I don't want to be a friend. I want to be him.
Like he could be tough, he could be mean. I don't care. He seems like a chill bro.
And that's the thing that gets me. A lot of people are like, I want to be Goku. I want to be Goku. Fuck that. I want to be Piccolo. I want to have the disposition to go, fuck you, beam cannon.
And have like zero issue with you, zero emotions. I'd be friends with Vegeta too. I don't care if he's a little
I would
sting
probably
pop
choose
anger.
the Death Note
the only thing I want to do with Vegeta is shove his head somewhere the sun don't shine because he ain't good enough for Bulma, but that's the point.
Well, I would be friends with Bulma just so I could be friends with Bulma's mom. Because I'm sorry. Ooh.
Now
she's always been hot.
If you're looking at all the anime.
Slyadman.
All the animes, and you're asking me who I would be friends with.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think I would be Cheshire.
Cheshire? That's a good one. Cheshire's a good one. Yeah.
I want to be Cheshire so I can be Bayonetta's friend.
Yeah, Bayonetta's friend. Ties close in somewhere. You move. You walk right in there. Of course, if you were friends with Cheshire and trying to move with Bayonetta, but like you're friends with that guy. Yeah, no, thank you. It's like, damn it, come on, bro, get cool.
Listen, all I got to say is I can only imagine what Witch Time can do for you.
Oh, jeez. And their hair.
Anyway,
Never mind.
I would want to be Krillian.
So there's that question.
Krillin. Mm-hmm.
And then I had asked you one time, and I don't think we ever got to an actual answer.
Yeah.
If you had to pick an anime character to fight,
I think you already did this one.
And you are you, as you.
Yeah.
Who would you
said for you it would be the guy that in Full Metal Alchemist that transformed his daughter into the Chimera dog person.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
And me, I chose a little villain from the DBZ universe that has the two little
Pilaf. That's right.
Yeah, Emperor Pilaf. That's like because he doesn't seem like he's any threat. Only threat is his little minions. Because they might have guns and swords, but I can try to beat the shit out of that little guy. It's like zero effort would be needed. And he's not really like a bad guy. He's more of a comedy relief, but he's bad guy to universe, according to the classic Goku. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can handle that little fuck. I don't want to say I beat the out of a little person, but you can't mad at me, right?
I mean, can you consider him little? I mean, maybe his race that is their average size, then he wouldn't be considered little.
Yeah,
right?
He's giant. Their real race. Yeah. There's a lot of things now. Is there for me? I don't know. You ever read that thing? Is there any books that you wouldn't want to see turned into an anime?
Ooh, yeah. My book series that I like to read, they can make it an anime. It don't have to be live action.
Is it the one about the elf?
Yes.
Okay.
The Legend of Dreads.
Yeah, because like that game, the game came out and it was fairly popular, and the Castlevania games were once video games, and they made an anime out of that. I don't see why they couldn't turn something like that into it. I just wonder if it's something that even our generation or the person that writes the book. I know his son writes the book nowadays, and his father still tells him what to write. I wonder if there ever been offered to turn their books into a graphic novel, and then the possibility into a live action or anime series.
I don't know about that, but I do know at one point they had discussed a live action television series.
Yeah,
or maybe a group of movies, but it broke down, from what I understand, because of casting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know how much you know, about this, but if you read these books, they describe, dark elves as violet skin.
Violet, not violent, like mean, but violet, the color.
Violet,
okay.
The color, like a purple.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of others, a lot of other types of lore. Those same elves they've been black. They've been of a darker skin of a different color, right?
Yeah.
But always been dark. But in this particular set, he describes them as having a violet tint to their skin. But the producers didn't want to do violet. They wanted to cast all African American actors for
the Dark Elf,
which is not a bad thing. It doesn't matter what color doesn't matter what color you are if you do the violet. Because you could do white people as violet, you can do black people as violet, but they didn't want to do any color other than making their hair the color that they were supposed to be and their body build the way they were supposed to be.
Yeah,
he would not agree with that. That's not how his dark elves were in his story. Even if you go and look at the cover art for the books. Violet skinned.
Yeah. And you can't make it a race scenes because these are separate entities in another world that their own race. It's like saying, there's no difference between an Asian and a black person. I'm like, no, there is a difference.
No, I mean, you could have taken any race and made them violet skinned.
Yeah, any race could have done it. But you can't just say only black could do it.
What broke down the scenario was the fact that they didn't want to do any skin color and the closest skin they were going to get to violet was African American. So they wanted
one type. Yeah, just one.
An all African American casting as far as the elves, the dark elves went.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Which
not.
sounds a
he's
little.
Like, I'm not.
That little race.
He's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
not doing that. At one point they had talked to Wesley Snipes about playing Dritz back when Wesley was younger.
Okay.
He was all for it and didn't have a problem wearing purple. Guys, just an FYI. He was fine with wearing purple body paint. He didn't have a problem with it. But even he said, you can't tell me that every single night elf is going to be just a black person.
Mm.
He said that doesn't make any sense. I've read some of the books because I was thinking about doing this part and read the script, and it shouldn't matter what color you are if we're all got this purple hue to our skin. We should all be that color.
Yes.
So it all fell apart and never come to fruition. So that's why I say, honestly, I think it would be better as an anime.
Yes.
Because then you can't bitch and complain about race. Because the only race is the color of the fucking ink or programming you put on there.
Yeah, like we got different face structures, we got different cheekbones, we got different noses, ears, chins. Like race is not always just the color of your skin; it's also how your facial features are shown. Really, the bone structure behind it, and just to say, yeah, all of them have the same bone structure as a race of our world it's not real. It's a fantasy. Elves have always been where they've been drawn to me. It was always very elongated, very model-esque, very refined facial features, very thinly veiled in some way. They're never
sharply built.
Yeah, sharp. Better word for it, but never is it like me. It's not like me. I am not that guy. I just you can't stretch this face out long enough to have that feature that I've always imagined elves would be. And dwarves always remind me of like that stout, muscular built and like very squished face and like very bulbous nose. Like that's to me a dwarf, right? Like, that's what's in my mind. But there's no human like that in our world. Maybe one or two people will have that facial feature, but that's such a rare thing. But then having an entire race like that's an entirely different species or being of human beings that we just don't have in our lifetime, or we don't have in our day and age.
I firmly believe, though, it would be a great anime. I mean, they can't say they don't have enough material. We're at, like, book 50, 60 something now.
Oh, jeez.
That
chapter's books.
I mean, here, let me see. I'll look it up real quick.
And I don't know. There's a lot of, like, mangas that I think will never get the light of a day of an anime. But I'm seeing some, like, right now, there's a lot of mangas I've already read way ahead of the anime, and
we are at 39 books as of 2023.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, and he's still going too. And long as he's alive, he's gonna have his son type it up. I just hope I hope the guy I can't say. I hope he never dies. It's gonna happen someday. Hope he can come up with his mind. He's gonna have like a wheel somewhere and going, hey, this is how I wanted to end. And then when he does, pass away, his son can write the ending to the story because Jesus Christ, it's gonna seem like it never is gonna end.
Well, I mean, he's been writing these books in the Dungeons and Dragons universe.
Yeah.
With Wizards of the Coast being his publisher for shit since he was in college. Okay? He wrote the first book he wrote was actually the fourth book in the series. Okay? He wrote that book in college trying to make a little money.
Yeah.
Okay? It took off. I think he wrote the next two books, and then the fans were so. Well, we want to know more about Dritz that he had to go back and write the first three books to catch you up to how he got to where he was.
Yeah, to be like a prequel, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I just think there's a lot of stories that can be, shown. Because like for me, I'm doing my video for solo leveling, right? I'm doing for the
Right.
manghua. Sorry, it's manga, not manga, it's manghua, and make sure I distinguish that because some people don't always understand it. And it's also considered as a webtoon. Well, I first was introduced it way before it even came out on a book. So I found it through a viewer of my channel, told me about it. I read it online. Then the book came out. Then they wrote a novel for it. But I'm sure they already had a novel for it written out because like how I'm doing with mine, I'm writing it before I'm doing an actual book for it. Maybe someday, maybe after I quit streaming, I'll actually hit the ground running. But and then now they're doing the TV series. How many years did it take before they actually hit TV series? It was back in 2000. I think it came out in 2018, 2019. And then we had the book, and now it's 2025, and just now coming out with the first season came out in 2024. So it took me like 5 years. Your book is years old, and they got a long way to go. And so as long as they take the original stuff, the original content, and just make a TV series out of it, they got years worth of stuff where it'll put One Piece to, not say the shame, but it will be up there with the count of material that can always be doing good on. And of course, when it comes to anime, really what it boils down to is whether or not how much merchandise you can sell. If you can't sell merchandise, they won't keep on pushing it, which I think is a shame because there's a lot of animes that I'm sure even you can think of that never got a season 2 when they needed a season 2.
Oh, yeah.
But they didn't do it because it didn't sell enough.
Crystal Shard. I think Crystal Shard, the first book, which is book number 4.
Yeah.
If I remember right, the Crystal Shard was released in 2007. It was published in 2007.
Okay.
So from 2007 to 2025, he has written 39 fucking books.
And all of them were bangers, right?
Check.
That sounds ridiculous. And of course, for solo leveling, they're already people are already trying to make little videos and make it look like they're doing a live action for it. They're already trying to yeah, let's do a live action for it. And me, I'm going, please God, no, don't do a live action. I'm sorry. It's just, that's just like somebody did like a video what anime would be like if it was a live action with all the camera angles and all the camera shots, and it looks like such trouble trying to give that same effect that anime gives out to me.
I was wrong. So they got the date wrong. So the most recent release of the Crystal Shard was 2007.
Yeah.
The original release date was in 1988.
So they dumped that release? Like a re-release?
Yeah, they re-released it in like a better cover, better binding, all that stuff.
Okay.
So in 1988, this man was in college and released the Crystal Shard. And between 88 and now, he's written 39 books. So how many books a year is that shit? Let's see. So he has published at least a book. He has put out at least a book. Okay, so 37 books. That's 37 years. He's put out 39 books.
Okay, yeah.
So a couple of those years, he released more than one.
Okay.
But he's put out at least a book a year since he started writing this shit. That man, when he got an idea in college, he got to hold that shit and he got a hold on him. Like whatever his inspiration, his muse, whatever the hell it was, jumped on his ass hard, and it's still riding him.
Determined and well motivated. I'm sure the guy would still write a book even if it didn't sell. Good on him. Actually, like just yesterday, I had my my 8-year anniversary for my affiliate on Twitch. And I was going, man, I've been on Twitch for 8 years, technically more than that, and I didn't even remember. Like I was like, I know it's getting close to 8 years, but still affiliate, not a partner. It's like shit. Well, I'm still doing it because I enjoy it, right? If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be still be doing it after 8 years. But boy, he's. I bet when he first released his first book, he's like, I'm never gonna make it. I'm never gonna make it. Then 2007 came out. I was like, never mind.
I mean, he literally said that when he wrote the first one, it was literally just something he was trying to do, a one-time deal to make some money for college.
Yeah.
One. And the next thing he knows, this shit has blown up. Like, he's like, I mean, his publisher's like calling him while he's in class. Hey, I need to talk. Bitch, I'm in class. No, you need to talk to me now. I'm in class. You don't need class no more.
We got something here. Please sign now. But yeah, this just shows you like how what you may not see is going off right now. Maybe a couple years will be a banger, and that's always where all it takes is one discovery, and you're off to the races. And for me, it's a slow burner for me because I'm doing it all self growing, and I'm hoping the next few mangas that everybody will be interested. I'm gonna just show this to the stream. I know you already seen them, but yeah, this is the next 3 I'm doing for those who are wondering. So take a shot at that. If you're interested in any of these, stay tuned to my YouTube channel. The barely there manga, not barely there mangas. No, it's my brain. Yeah, barely there mangas.
Oh shit!
I have so many bear puns.
He's been started other series now. Shit. Hang on. This man don't know when to stop.
Yeah, I hope you can get at least a glimpse of mine. Get some thoughts on that. But so yeah, I'm hoping that something of his can go off, and I wouldn't mind some of my mangas that I know that still have not been released in America in English, which sucks because if you're a person that wants to support an industry and you can't actually buy the actual material, and the only way you can get a hold of it is through I can't say illegal, but not the official way of getting a hold of it. Kind of sucks. Like, I want to support you, bro. I want to buy your stuff so I can talk about you and get your name out there for you, or give you some money, but I can't because you won't release it in English. Because most of my stuff I'm interested in are in other languages. I'm interested now that a lot of manga are starting to build up on repetition, and actually started getting my interest a little bit. I just still can't get over the fact that how it's laid out. It's from top to bottom. A lot of the webtoon manga, they're always like they're scroll down instead of like page flippers, and they're all in color too. So like I don't know. I can't get over the whole coloring thing. Call me weird, call me traditional. Manga doesn't feel right when it's colored.
I'm gonna send you this link.
Okay.
When you scroll down to where it says R.A. Salvatore books, I want you to understand all of these are actual books this man has written.
Already published. Okay. New York Times bestsellers. Is this the guy? Is it like is this the face?
That's him.
Okay.
That's him.
He looks still young. But his son's writing for him now, or is that an old picture of him?
Yeah, his son is helping him right now.
Does he have like hand problems or wrist problems or something?
I have no idea. He hasn't went into detail. I think his son picked up mainly because he's like, I need a break. But you see where it says R.A. Salvatore books, right?
This is all of his books, all these little titles, and then like these are versions of the books.
Starlight, Enclave, H, and you see all of those as you scroll down.
Like yeah, we got Demon Wars,
you see where it
the
says
Crimson
the
Shadow.
Legacy? You see where it says Dritz and Company? It has an arrow beside the Legacy. All right, click on Legacy, and you're fixing to find out that's a book.
Okay, let me see. This Legacy. I'm trying to my brain here.
Yeah, I'm using that one as an example for you to see. Yes, that is a published book.
I see the Legend of Dritz. I don't see the Legacy.
Yeah,
the Legacy.
Legend of Dritz. Yeah, The Legacy is a book he wrote. The Legend of Dritz is a series of books he wrote. All of those are he wrote all that shit. You
Yeah,
tell me how you find how do you find time in 37 years? I mean, I barely could put out a book a year.
he's married, right?
I don't know. I know he has a kid. I know
yeah,
he has
a
a son.
kid. So I'm
I
like
don't know.
thinking,
I know he was married at one time. I don't know if they're still together or not. I have no idea.
I'm like, if I was with somebody and they wrote this much, I'm like, let go of the fucking pen or the typewriter and come spend some time with me, you motherfucker. Cause Jesus H. Christ, why? Like, yeah, you make some money, but you can make some memories with your family. Jesus, my dude, this is a lot of books.
I mean, he's written, as I like to tell people, he's written one or two.
Even for some Star Wars? Am I crazy?
No, he's written some Star Wars stuff too.
Star Wars Episode 2H and Star Wars Episode 2. Or Star Wars Episode 2. But are these like for the movies?
They're what the movies were based off of.
Oh, didn't know he actually written for the movies themselves. Okay. So I guess he had some times with I forget the name of the guy that actually wrote Star Wars. Lucas, yeah.
He wrote some stuff for Lucas's Star Wars. So I'm saying this dude is, I don't know.
He's had some time.
He's a very impressive fucker.
Yeah, like you look at his legacy, but then I would want to more look at his actual life and going, that's cool, but what have you done for yourself? This feels like he's done so much for other people. That definitely has a legacy behind it. He may never be, maybe he doesn't want to be forgotten. Maybe he wants to leave something behind that's just like.
How do we know he's not one of those people that it comes to so easily? He could write that shit so quickly.
I mean, because
you know, there are people out there that can sit down and start typing, and it ain't shit for them to bang out 30 or 40 pages a day, because this shit just flows. You know, hell, 30 or 40 pages a day, you don't have to do that but a fucking week, and you got 400 something pages for a novel.
And of course, you to keep up with all the lore and information and details of all these things to make sure everything's accurate with all the other books. That has to be time consuming. It's like, wait.
Can you really say that with your printing and gaming?
Yeah, I had to make sure I pull myself away from it just so I can spend time with my wife. Because if I don't, I'm gonna kick myself in the ass. Because I know if I just play video games and do all the stuff I normally would do, I wouldn't have time for them at all. And I had to literally drag myself away from it because I don't have that. But like, I'm just thinking, like, how would you keep up with all the lore? Like, you know, notebooks and keynotes can only get you so far. But writing that many books,
I imagine more than likely, if it was me, I would probably have an audio recorder by me.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was typing and I put in a new piece of lore, I would audibly enter that into like a record.
Yeah. Title it something. Because you would have to, like, you know, each race, each character, each ability, each new weapon, armor, you name it, like anything that has like a story to it. Hell, even like, hey, I got this weapon from a blacksmith 5 books back. I gotta remember the name of that blacksmith now because I need to bring it up because it's prevalent in this current day story. Well, shit, I was 5 books back, and that's just a plain old weapon, but the blacksmith is important. So, who do I get this from again?
All right, dude, I'm telling you, he's got a talent. That's all I can say.
Yeah, if he has that talent to remember all of that stuff, he must like know every single person he's ever met, or like all of his cousins by name.
Or maybe it's the exact other way around. He only remembers the shit that he'd written, and every time they go to a family dinner, he's like, "Who the fuck are these people again?"
Wait, you're my wife, right?
That that doesn't look like Dritz. What the fuck are we doing here? This ain't the damn Night Kingdom. This ain't Mesopotamia.
Like, you're my mother. I had one of those. family gets pissed at him. I would hate to be that. I would. Like I said, like if it wasn't for the fact that I turn around and I look at my beautiful wife back there. There's times that I get so caught up in my video games or my mangas or my anime, and I just stop, turn around, and going, oh yeah, she's here. And I'll roll over there, give her some love, kiss on her, thank her that she's here, and I'll go right back to what I'm doing again. But at the end of the night, I never remind myself, oh, I gotta go to bed with my wife. Let me just get. I want to keep on playing. I'm still wide awake. No, let's get to bed so I can be with her. And that's hard for me. But writing that many, I couldn't. He is gonna be.
I mean, I sent you that because I've been telling you for years this man wrote a shitload of books.
Yeah, but I thought it was like one series of book, not
no. This
different
got
variations.
Multiple series. Some of the series crisscross in and out of each other. It's not the first and that the more recent video game that came out is not the first video game his characters were featured in. Mm-hmm. They were also featured in a GameCube game called Demon's Stone.
Okay.
So, I mean, think about that shit. He's had dealings with video games. He's had all these books. I mean, does this man sleep? I mean, does he sleep? Ever?
I think his biggest enjoyment is when he gets to release his newest book. It's like, oh, hey, finally accomplished another book. And this book will also be a bestseller and be featured. And meanwhile, his family's behind him going, yeah, your happiest moment in life was the book. Yay for you. My wife is looking at her wedding ring going,
his family feels about it, because his son was eager to jump in and help his dad. Like, he
it's like, Dad, I'm here. Dad, I'm here. Please, attention, Daddy, give me attention. Let me join you so I can be in the room so you can look at me. I don't know. It's like my kids when I play my games and they see me like getting all like hyped and excited for the game or getting all crazy for it. I'm laughing. And even this one right here, come here, go get it right up in my face. Go remind me, Dad, I'm still here. I'm still here. Give me attention too. I can still use some love. It's like, yes, I love you. Then I push her away. I don't know. I feel guilty just doing that, right? That makes me feel bad.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, but like I said, it's amazing. So now I'm going to breach another topic. Now, understand this topic may get me bitched at.
All right.
Okay. It may be a comment thing where people get pissed off, but it's fine. It'll be okay. So I've been reading some bits and pieces of information about the ongoing casting for the new Harry Potter television series.
Okay. I saw bits and pieces myself.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You may have seen this, so you may be able to answer it.
Yeah.
But there has recently became a movement in the fandom that basically says we're fine with changing most of the characters as long as they're true to the way the characters are portrayed.
Yes.
However, there is one trait that nobody wants to ever change. For a specific group of characters in the show. Can you guess what that trait is? Because it was funny to me.
Okay. Well, only one I'm aware of is Professor Snape.
No. This has nothing to do with Snape.
Okay, nothing to do with Snape. All right.
Snape is a topic for later, but this has nothing to do with Snape.
Okay.
The one thing that, by and large, the HP fan community has said, we don't want to change. We can, we can get behind. Nope.
Not the goblins?
Nope.
Okay, let's see. Not the goblins. Not centaurs. That'd be weird. Because like, what? There's centaurs. What would? I guess the Harry Potter and the main crew. I don't know, bro. Why would somebody?
The Weasleys have to be ginger.
Oh yeah, because they are portrayed as ginger in the book, right? They're all ginger.
Everybody's like, you could change it. So far, I mean, there's a few people that are against changing some of the characters, but they have more adamantly defended the status of the Weasleys being ginger than they have cared about Snape being of a different race than originally portrayed in the movie.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, whatever. As long as he plays Snape truthfully, we don't give a shit. But you can't be changing the hair color of the Weasley.
No,
that's non-negotiable.
Because I don't know many people except for King Petty's child. Apparently he's a redhead, but like I don't know many redheads of other ethnicities that are naturally redhead. And it's not in the books they ever go, this is a tall, skinny Caucasian man. They never say that, but to say redhead, you immediately go, yeah, who else has red hair?
So I found it funny because everybody thought the idea of having an African American man play Snape was going to be a huge blow up.
Yeah.
And in reality, the thing that blew up was you can't be changing the Weasley's fucking hair color.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I don't even think they'd care if it was an African American family and you stuck red-headed wigs on them, as long as their fucking head is red.
Yeah. Well, it looked naturally red.
I'm like, wow, that's
tall order.
That's some hardcore fucking fandom right there. Like, shit.
I'm in the mind of if it fits the character in the story in some sense, that's fine. But it has to look natural. It has to look real. Like the day's technology to make someone look like they are of natural color, of natural, like hell, I would even say this, and I'm probably get some backfire for saying this. You remember that movie where Robert Downey Jr. played a brother, and that went on comedy special?
Yeah.
Like that was, even though I know he's Caucasian, that was pretty good. Like that was a comedy movie. So they're that close to making him look like a brother. Why can they not make a brother if they have to, right? I even dare say if they have to make them all Asians, I don't care. As long as they look naturally red hair, not that Barbie doll wig that they throw on some people and going, yeah, that's good enough. No, it's not. It looks terrible.
Well, I will say that this is what I'm going to try to do with this series when it comes out.
Okay, I see you.
I am going to try to look at it not based on the films.
Yes.
But based on the subject matter that was within the books and how accurate they are to that. I do understand that some of the characters' races may change because those British young ladies or young men might be more suited to the part than someone of the race that it was originally intended for. Fine, what fuck ever. I don't care. What I want to see, the only thing that's going to make me upset is if the actors themselves cannot pull off the character.
Yeah, when it's forced. And when I see such a steep change, like
I'm not saying Daniel Radcliffe or Emma Watson or Rupert Grint was the greatest actors in the world. Don't misunderstand me, but what I will say is when I watched them play the characters, it didn't feel like they were forced. It didn't feel like they were having to try to be those characters. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't care right now. I don't care if they're Asian, black, green, purple, polka dotted. I don't care. What I want to see is, are they going to be able to do the characters without me feeling like they're having to play a character? And are they going to give me more accurate information for the books in this TV series?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be the biggest. The biggest themes are going to be the child actors, the kid actors, because the adult actors, I would imagine, because they are adults, they're gonna have a couple years, they're gonna have some experience, they're gonna actually play the characters really well. Kid actors, a lot of movies and a lot of old TV shows were always the hit and miss, right? They're still learning the roles. They're still learning how to play the
Seth,
characters. They're still learning
what
how
are we
to
talking about?
we're talking about the new upcoming Harry Potter movies or TV series
Television series.
yeah. So we're trying to see how much they can make changes before it feels out of place or feels like there's too many changes and the fandom being upset about certain characters or certain people having different things like the Weasley brothers having or the Weasley kids having red hair. But the kid actors, even for the first Harry Potter movie, I can still tell that the actors of the Weasley and the Harry and I would say Ron, but that's Ron Weasley, the female, forget her name.
Hermione.
Hermione. We're all like starting to learn their character, but by the time the second movie came out, they were those characters. Like all the nervous jitters were out of their bottom. It wasn't cringe, right? You know, it's not Leviosa, it's like that whole meme. Because like she didn't like it felt a little like that was a little awkward. But it's just getting that rose perfect to feel like they're actually those characters. It's going to take a little practice, little time, and it may not be awesome at the beginning, but over time they'll get comfortable in their roles.
Now, what I am going to be interested in, and I know my wife is too, but I'm curious when they get to the point where they're doing the Yule Ball in whichever season that is.
I think change the dress.
If the dress is going to be the right color.
Mm-hmm.
Because hate to tell you guys, if you didn't read the books, you might have missed it. That dress in the movie was the wrong color.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until y'all pointed it out. My wife pointed it out, and then she played the audiobook for me, and I'm like, wait, you're right, because the audiobook even said it was different. It was not a blue. It was blue. Right?
It wasn't pink.
It wasn't pink.
It wasn't supposed to be pink. It was supposed to be periwinkle blue.
Yeah, I remember it's supposed to be blue. So I'm like, wait, it's not blue. That's pink in the movies and blue. Okay. But they made it look like she looked good in it, right? It's still like as somebody that never read the books, it didn't bother one bit. But as someone who read the books, like, a little weird.
I'm not saying that she didn't look good in it. Matter of fact, it didn't bother me as far as an experience wise watching the movie at all. But it's one of the most noticeable things that I noticed that they changed because it was a very visual thing.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm very curious to see if they're gonna correct that.
Yeah.
Or continue with the other theme. And we'll see.
One of the things that I did notice was I forget what was the one that had like the rich boy that was like kind of the enemy of Harry in the movie.
Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, he had a friend that was a brother at the beginning of the series, and over the series he disappeared, and it wasn't until like the very last book that he reappeared. My brain was going, wait, he was a much more of a role in the books, but in the movie series he was barely ever there. Like he was there and then he was gone. And he was back to the very last one. Like, where had he been at? You know, where was that guy at? I don't know what the character's name was. You probably pulling him up, right?
Yeah. So he had Vincent Crabbe and Gregory Goyle as his two little henchmen.
Yeah.
And then he had the chick, but I don't really see the other guy's name in here anywhere.
Yeah, like I remember the very first movie though, because she made me watch it so many times. First movie, there was one brother and his little clique of his in the movies, and I'm like,
yeah, they changed him to a white guy.
They changed him to a white person.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's what happened. I was like, what the freak? Like that's not. That's not the same person. What happened to the brother? So, that I probably didn't notice that detail. I did, just because it was such a like stark difference. Like what happened to them? It's kind of the change between like with the old actor of the teacher or the principal of the school. Then he died, and then they changed it to a new one. People notice that, but then me, I'm going. I noticed that the little minions of his changed. So,
yeah, you're talking about with Dumbledore and his. So there's a joke going on because eventually the guy that played Gandalf also played Dumbledore, right?
Yeah.
So someone put a meme out there and said, I'm trying to remember what his name. Hang on, let me get his name right first.
I don't remember the name of the actors myself. There's no way I was terrible with names. But yeah, like if they don't, do any weird changes during the TV series and change actors after I've gotten learn to love them or like really appreciate their acting roles in those characters mid-season, I won't be too upset. But I swear to God, they changed some characters, some actors, I'm gonna be really annoyed. Cause that messed with my head big time. In anime, you don't worry about that stuff. You just draw the same character. Voice actors, you might notice some difference, but they're never too much of a stark difference if you ever have voice actors change.
So
I believe the Arc Dumbledore died.
Yeah,
what do you get?
Reason for the change.
When you mix Gandalf and Dumbledore. And the answer is Ian McKellen, because he played both of them. He even played Magneto.
Magneto?
Yeah, he was Magneto in the original X-Men movies.
Yeah,
he was Magneto.
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't know. Didn't know he was the same actor. Well, there goes so much how good makeup can be. Did not know that was the same actor. I thought that was somebody else. I thought Lord of the Ring guy and the guy from the Harry Potter movies were two different actors.
Well, they were in the beginning until the first Dumbledore passed away.
Mm-hmm.
He took over the role after that. So I think it was either the second. I think it was like the third movie he became Dumbledore. I think. I'm not sure, but I think that's how that worked. But anyway, the point is that this man has played a powerful wizard in Tolkien's world, a powerful wizard in Harry's world, and hell, he's even been an all-powerful mutant in the Marvel world. He's been doing powerful shit since powerful was invented, it looks like.
Okay. Well, I still think, I've seen people turn, which apparently they're doing a sequel. I just remember hearing this. Apparently someone doing a sequel to the Labyrinth movies, not the Labyrinth, the Spanish one, the Labyrinth of
David Bowie.
David Bowie. They're gonna do a sequel of that apparently. I still think Harry Potter could be a good anime series, right? I'm just saying, like, I think they could definitely stretch the world and even make Hogwarts in Japan if they really want to go that angle with it. I think they could do that and not be far from it, but it could be do very good. But I just know a lot of people like the live action or like the more movie series. So now that they're going to TV series, no reason they can't do it. I don't know. I like that media. I'm just a fan of that media, so that's why I want to see everything turn into an anime. But I know they did a manga of the Labyrinth, and I don't see why they couldn't even do a manga of Harry Potter, but not just like of Harry Potter. Like, how they did the Magical World of Mystical Beasts for the Harry Potter universe. They could do that for other parts of the world, like India. They could do it for Korea. They want to go wild with it. They can do for Germany. They could do for Ukraine. I don't care where they go for it. Just because you already know there's already different branches in different nations of the world. Which, by the way, I was making jokes about this. What TV series do wizard people watch? Because I was remember you're oh, there's Dragon Ball Z in the Harry Potter store or whatnot. I was making a joke about it, they wouldn't know Dragon Ball Z in their world because that's Muggle things. I'm like, okay, so if Dragon Ball Z's are Muggle things, what are wizard things when it comes to television and so forth? I was I was just thinking that out, thinking in my brain, going, do they watch television?
When you think about it, I don't think they watch television.
Yeah, I guess they don't really need television when they have fucking wands and shit.
Why would they watch television? They already have enchanted photos that pictures that move and talk and
live, apparently.
Fuck, why do I want to watch a TV show about California when I can go and be in California,
I don't know, but if I was a wizard, I would still be watching Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry, Kamehameha. Yeah, I would Kamehameha wand. It's I don't know. I just feel that they wouldn't have to skip out on the magical world of anime or television just because they're wizards. But I guess
I don't think it's a choice. I just think it's not something they do. I mean, think about it. If you had all that power, you could do all these cool things like
could
you could
imagine
wave your
the
wand
wizard
and
porn?
build yourself a shop to do stuff in, or wave your wand to make you a special this or that or the other. Are you gonna stop long enough to watch anime, or are you just gonna make the figures act out the anime on the fucking table in front of you? Like you can wave your wand, create the freaking the scene and the fucking characters, and watch them go at it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I remember the entire series. All right, put them into the figurines and like, all right, this is how it happened. Not the figurines to start fighting each other. Oh, that'd be crazy. My brother decided to chime in and imagine what wizard porn would be like. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I can imagine if I was walking around in Hogwarts and I see two of the painting characters walk off to a bedroom scene and they're starting, they start getting a little.
You know what the most
like,
most used spell is? The most used spell in a bedroom is Engorgio.
Well, you're cheating, okay? Ella version. Oh God. Not this again. Harry, I told you already, I was already one time's enough, okay? But Jesus. Magic just seems like just a cheap cheat.
And for all those SMMers,
Crucio. Hello, chain. But yeah, just like you wouldn't need the world of fantasy because you live in the world of fantasy, but then you get so used to the world of fantasy, it feels like it's just like an everyday thing. Like this is nothing special. Like after a while, imagine the glim and glamour of all this fantasy stuff that you as a normal person that normally is a muggle or thought you were a muggle, whether you're a muggle or not, you still have magic in this world. Then you kind of find the magic is real. It's like, oh, great, all these wonderful things is happening in the world. And now I'm bored. Yep, seen that, done that, been there.
Yeah, see,
what's new?
That is why Arthur Weasley was such a badass.
Uh-huh.
This bitch could do magic. He done all the magic he wanted to do, and he said, fuck it, now I'm going to go investigate what the muggles do. What is a rubber ducky for? You know, I mean, that bitch just bounced between the two. He got bored with magic. He went and played with the muggles. He got bored with playing with the muggles. He went back and played with magic, you know?
And then how to figure out to combine both the worlds, right? I'm sorry. I would have a magical TV where, you know, they're just like, oh, all right, what's on TV online? Have a little screen show in front of me. Just start walking somewhere and start watching it. All right, I'm done. I'm just save, pause, go away. And just keep on doing.
Hey, how do you think the whole idea of the magic car come up? He didn't need a fucking car. He didn't have to have a car. He could flue powder, apparate. He didn't need any of that shit. But he got a car, a normal car, and put magic on car.
Yeah. And then start flying around. Yeah. They'll also be like, you know, real cheat codes. Like everybody's playing Call of Duty or whatnot. And you're going with your wand going, pew. Pew. All right, this is easy. I don't know why everybody's having a hard time. Keyboard and mouse? What's that? Cheater! He's aim hacking. No, I'm just wand hacking. I don't know. Magic just seems like it's such a thing that you would get used to, like anything in life, and then eventually you need to branch out of that and see new light, see new possibilities. If you're living in the world of fantasy, there's no limits to what you can do.
That can be said about anything, though. That can be said about anything.
Yeah, I imagine eventually Harry Potter and that kind of world will start getting stale. They'll need to branch out and get new ideas. You can't keep on fixating on a Harry, you know, on Harry Potter's world, Harry Potter's story, Harry Potter this.
That's why they did The Cursed Child, because it focused more on one of his children.
Yeah, or they did the Magical Beast because it focused on more on the world and the beast within it that lives and hides in our everyday life of that world, that universe.
Was certainly a huge part of it, but the reason that was really done was to give more backstory on Albus.
Yeah, Albus Dumbledore, because he was in that time.
That was a huge part of Albus's life, was him trying to figure out how to deal with Grindelwald and his bullshit.
Yeah, and I think they should do that more often. Now, they may not be as big as hits. They might not be as doing well. I
will say, I think one of the things that hurt that series the most was when they took Johnny out.
Yeah.
That's what hurt it, because nobody wanted to watch the last one because we all knew it wasn't Johnny. No. I mean, I watched it, I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have to see Johnny Depp break out the wand of power and let's get it on. You know?
Yeah, he seemed like he was more magically crazy.
Well, I mean, it's fucking Johnny. I mean, if anybody can play nuts, him and him and
the girl that plays the crazy.
What's his name? Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
them are the two craziest fuckers I've ever seen when it comes to TV. They can do crazy like nobody else can do.
I don't know the woman that plays the crazy lady that kills. I forget her name. The whole black hair.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, she's.
I love her as an actress.
She plays good crazy. Not sexy crazy either, just good crazy.
Yeah. What you talking about? That's sexy crazy to me, baby.
I look at that going, no, that woman's nuts. Like, no, I'm playing a role. Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Well, I mean, she's done a lot of parts though. I mean, Sweeney Todd. I mean, she's been in a lot of Tim Burton films.
Yeah, was she also in Fight Club?
I can't remember.
I think she was in Fight Club too.
I'm
pretty sure of it. She's playing like the girlfriend of the guy, which we thought was like the.
No, that's not who that was. Okay, that was I think that was Liv Tyler.
Might have been. She was pretty crazy too. That's why I remember associating her to. She's like, oh man, she's pretty nuts too. Oh, but yeah, she played a lot of good roles. I don't know. She's like married to the director or one of the directors, so she gets a lot of good roles. But those two are peas in a pod, I guess.
She's been in both the Enola Holmes movies with shit. Yeah, I lost her name though. Millie Bobby Brown.
Okay.
She's been in both the movies because Millie plays Sherlock's younger sister.
Yeah.
And Helena plays Sherlock's father.
Yeah.
I mean mother. She was in both of those. She was in The Crown. She was in Dragonheart Vengeance. Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance television series, Black Ops 4, Dead Night. Shit. What else? She was in Cinderella.
I wonder if she would actually be like, I know age
Dark
is a thing,
Shadows.
but I wonder if she will like try to recast herself as the role in Harry Potter TV series. I don't know how old she is now, and I know makeup can do a lot of tricks to make people look younger, but I don't know. She's just such a character. Such a good actor that role.
She did the voice for the Corpse Bride in Tim Burton's Corpse Bride.
They're married, I believe. Tim Burton.
Yeah,
I think
she's done a lot of fucking stuff. But I mean, some people would like to bitch and say, hey, you know, he was her husband, but really she was good for the parts. Like,
yeah, she's just
I remember
crazy.
I remember Merlin. Merlin come out in 1998 and she played Morgan Le Fay. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody play Morgan Le Fay better than her.
Yeah. If you need a good crazy, she plays a good crazy. She just has that magic side to her, but she also has some charming and loving sides to her too. I know she plays some not always crazy girls, but she does play a good crazy. And she plays the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yes.
So she has that gumption to play like, hey, I can be a mad tyrant, crazy, or just straight up bonkers or funny. She has that charm to her, if you want to call it that. I want my lady wife to be crazy.
Yeah, and she was in Fight Club, but she wasn't the girlfriend.
What was she? I forget.
I
knew I remember seeing her in it. Just couldn't remember what she was in it. I thought she was the girlfriend to the fake mind of himself. Because spoilers, he's the dude that gives the idea of Fight Club is actually the same character in the movie.
Yeah, it's all hallucination. In his head.
Yeah, it's a hallucination.
But dude, I don't know. She's done a shitload of movies over the years.
Yep.
Ocean's 8. She plays not a crazy person, just plays a
normal person. Yeah.
A normal dress designer. Yeah, she plays a lot of stuff, but I have always liked her as an actress.
Yes.
All right, we're over, and
Yeah,
I've got to step away for a second because if I don't, we're gonna have problems.
Yep, I'm gonna get myself ready. So yeah, for those who are here, give us about like 30 minutes to an hour. We're gonna be doing the D&D stream here shortly within the hour. So stay here. For those who are new to this channel, if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe button, I would appreciate it. Again, one more time for those who are new here, I will be doing these mangas within the next month or so. So be ready for them. If it catches your eyes or catches your interest, be ready for them. Paradise, Soul Leveling, and Huckleberry Diary are coming up soon. Get those videos edited and have them out. But as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all. Bye-bye and bye.
The grumpiest of bear that loves to play, to make people laugh in every way. His jokes are sometimes crude and sometimes ass,